The book of Joshua in the Old Testament tells the story of the conquest of the Promised Land under the leadership of Joshua, the successor of Moses. After 40 years of wandering in the desert, the people of Israel are finally ready to enter Canaan, the land that God had promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. After the death of Moses, God spoke directly to Joshua to entrust him with the mission of leading Israel to Canaan. God promises him support and guidance, encourages him to remain faithful to the law, and commands him to meditate on the Scriptures day and night. It's in this context that God speaks the inspiring words, "Be strong and take courage. Do not be afraid or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Joshua 1:9. Before entering Canaan, Joshua sends 2 spies to explore Jericho. There they meet Rahab, a Canaanite woman who, risking her life, hides the spies and expresses her faith in God to them. In return, the spies promise protection for her and her family during the future capture of the city. To enter Canaan, the people must cross the Jordan, an event reminiscent of the passage of the Red Sea. According to divine instructions, the priests, carrying the Ark of the Covenant, stand in the river and the waters part, allowing the Israelites to pass on dry ground. After this miraculous crossing, Joshua erected a memorial of 12 stones to represent the 12 tribes and to recall this act of God. "This will be a sign among you when your children one day ask, 'What do these stones mean?'" Joshua 4:6. The first major obstacle for Israel is the walled city of Jericho. Following God's instructions, the Israelites marched around the city walls for 6 days. On the 7th day, after having surrounded Jericho 7 times, they uttered a resounding cry, and the walls miraculously collapsed, symbolizing divine power surpassing all human force. However, after this resounding victory, Israel suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of the small town of Ai. Joshua learns that this failure resulted from the disobedience of Achan, who took forbidden items during the capture of Jericho. After Achan's punishment, the people returned to fight Ai, and this time won a decisive victory. Joshua then continued the conquest of Canaan by launching several military campaigns, first in the south, then in the north. God promises to fight alongside Israel, a promise that he illustrates with miracles, such as during the battle against the 5 Amorite kings, where God stops the sun to allow Joshua to finish the battle in victory. Once the conquest was completed, Joshua divided the land among the tribes of Israel according to God's order. Each tribe receives a territory except the tribe of Levi, dedicated to the service of the Lord, which is given scattered cities instead of a region. Before dying, Joshua gathered the people of Israel to remind them of the works of God and exhort them to reject all idolatry by faithfully following the Lord. He gives them a solemn choice and, in a final act of faith, declares forcefully, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Joshua 24:15. Joshua died at the age of 110, having faithfully led Israel and fulfilled God's promise. He is buried in the Promised Land, and under the influence of his words and those of the elders who followed him, the people continue to serve God. The story of Joshua, who led the Israelites to the Promised Land after the death of Moses, is a powerful source of inspiration for living beings today. His journey illustrates the strength of faith, determination in the face of adversity, and the importance of thought leadership. By making courageous decisions and remaining true to his mission, Josue reminds us that every individual has the power to overcome obstacles and achieve great things, even in the most difficult times. This story encourages everyone to pursue their dreams with conviction and believe in the possibility of a better future, thereby inspiring a drive for action and resilience in our daily lives. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to subscribe so you don't miss any Bible stories, to like and share this video if it inspired you.